True Crime with Shane, where truth meets speculation, investigating crime from the past and the present. If you love true crime the way that I love true crime, then what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe as well as that notification button. That way you'll be notified every time I drop a new video. Thanks in advance, guys. Now let's get to some true crime. Hey family, welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a while, but look, life happens and your girl has been busy, busy, busy. But trust and believe, I have missed you so much and I have just been waiting to hear something or get some information that I felt was relevant to this 1122 King Road crime that took place. Now, I don't have to tell all of you that Maddie Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Coronado were brutally murdered on November 13th, 2022. You all probably already know that, but for those who don't, that is what we're talking about today. Now, this is not going to be a long, drawn-out video because the truth about it is we don't know too much more now than what we knew when the murders occurred. Okay, there's been so much bullshit, so much misinformation, so much speculation that it's hard to really decipher what's real and what's not. Okay, so before I go any further, let me say that everything that I speak of on this channel is my opinion only. Please do not come for me if I didn't send for you because you will get blocked, deleted, and your comments will be erased. So anyway, moving right along. Now, you guys, we know that Steve Gonsalves has been out. He's been talking, and when he starts to talking, baby, all kinds of shit start to hit the fan. So we know that this whole article has came out, and it was stating that Dylan Mortensen and Bethany Funk were texting during the time the crime was taking place, and that there was blood left there, and just all kinds of shit. But thank God I did not jump on that bandwagon to come out and report all of this because to me it didn't sound like anything that was factual. It sounds like guessing to me. But thankfully, Steve Gonsalves has came forth and he has shut all of that shit down and said that that is a bunch of bull crap. Understand? Understood. Okay? Now, ever since the Gonsalves family has been speaking out, people, a lot of the content creators, have been taking everything that they've said and twisted it and turned it and went left and right. And it's just a whole mess at this point. Now, I think my smart subscribers, I think we are smart enough to recognize a cheap knockoff from an authentic, correct? Great. And I think that we're smart enough to know that if Bethany Funk and Dylan Mortensen was in that house, which we know that they were at the time these murders took place, these young ladies absolutely heard something and possibly seen something as well. You are not going to be in a home where 4 people have just lost their lives. Dylan Mortensen, you're not only on the same floor that 2 of the victims in which we've heard several times were fighting for their lives, right? You didn't hear any of that, but you heard somebody say, there's someone here. The math ain't mathin', so make it make sense. You're beneath the other 2 victims who apparently you thought you heard Murphy playing. No, what I think, and this is my opinion, I think you heard what was going on upstairs, and you don't want all of us looking at you with the side eye like, why didn't you call somebody? Well, newsflash, we're already looking at your ass. Like, why the fuck did you not contact law enforcement right on the spot? I don't know what Dylan Mortensen was doing, twiddling her thumbs, texting Bethany Funk. I have no clue. I will never understand that because according to her statements, if you recall, you saw a man clad in black, right? Bushy eyebrows, all of that. Now, let's not forget this is the same Dylan Mortensen who claims that it was so noisy in the house that she had to get up out of her sleep, open her door, and scream out, shut the fuck up to everybody in the house. Okay? She also claims that she allegedly heard Murphy and Kaylee playing upstairs. She heard someone speak, there's someone here. But you didn't hear Xana Coronado fighting for her life in the room across from you. But you heard someone say, I'm going to help you. Makes no sense to me. And I'm going to tell you guys, I've been saying it from the beginning. I still believe that Bethany Funk yelled upstairs, "There's someone here." I believe she yelled that up when she heard the DoorDash driver. Okay? We're smart enough to come to the conclusion that, and I'm going to say Bryan Kohberger because that is the person that they have in custody now. Bryan Kohberger saw someone. He saw someone when he was coming down those kitchen stairs. He had no other reason to go into the room where Xana Kernodle and Ethan Chapin was. Somebody clearly was coming out of that room because they heard something. That's what I think. I don't think someone was coming in there to put a food bag down and all of that, because we don't know if that bag that was sitting on the counter from Jack in the Box was actually what was ordered. We don't know that. So here's my take. I do believe that Ethan Chapin and Xana Kernodle, they're a couple. So they had been out drinking. He spent the night over. What you think happened that night before all of this happened? They probably was in there getting it in, doing whatever they were doing, tired. Ethan probably was asleep, okay? Xana was probably hungry. Either way that it goes, one of them got up and they met eyes with Bryan Kohberger or whomever the murderer was. But I'm going to say Bryan Kohberger because that is who they have in custody. That is the reason that he took off behind them and ran right into that room. Why else? He didn't go anywhere else. Why else would he go to that specific room? Because he met eyes with someone. Someone saw him. Now, whether it was Ethan or Xana, I don't know. None of us do. Just like none of us know what happened on the third floor with Kaylee Gonzalez and Maddie. A lot of people are speculating that they were sleeping in the same bed. That's been the story the whole time. But I have never believed that they were sleeping in the same bed. I believe that Kaylee Gonzalez was in her own room and she heard something going on. Just like Dylan Mortensen heard something going on. The only difference is Kaylee actually got her ass up and went in there to take a look-see. And that was, unfortunately, where she met her fate. That's what I think. Kaylee's television was on in her room, and if you look at some of my previous videos, can't remember which one, but I show you pictures of her TV being on. It was on the whole time. It was left on for days. Why? Because I think that Kaylee was in her room. I believe she turned her TV on. Her dog was in there. Why would you sleep in the bed with your friend when you've brought your dog all the way from Boise here to be with you? She was calling Jack Decor because she wanted him to come over, just like her mom said. I don't think she wanted him to come over so they could sleep in the bed with Maddie. So there's that. Now, here's a possibility. Bethany Funk, she could have had her music on downstairs. They've said that it's a party house, and sometimes, other roommates would have people over and they would try to, just silence some of the noise out. So we don't know. Maybe Bethany Funk had her music on, while she slept downstairs. Any of them could have had music on, because I know if I lived in a home with 4 or 5 different people and I have company over, such as my boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, and yeah, we're going to kind of turn some music on because we don't want our roommates hearing whatever it is we got going on in here in our room. Vice versa. We don't want to hear what they got going on. So we don't know what was going on in that house. The fact that Maddie and Kaylee were found in the same bed, that does not tell me that they went to bed in that same room. And another thing I wanted to address is this whole WSU Kim. I am so tired of this clown. And the reason that I'm calling her a clown is because you guys already know on this channel, I say what they are afraid to say, okay? And I'm tired of this clown. Like, it's simple. Either you have some information that is relevant to this crime or you don't. I don't want to hear about what you think, what you heard, what you can't tell. If you can't tell it, then get the fuck up off of the platform. It makes no sense. And then all of these creepy creators putting her shit on, just clouding up the space even more. We know that this lady has nothing relevant to say. If she did, she would say it. Period. Point blank. Anybody could get on here and speculate, and yeah, we all do. But anytime you're telling us that you have some factual information, but it's not making sense, again, the math is not mathing. If you got something that you want to tell us or you want to say it. Quit beating around the damn bush. Talking about what your daughter said, her friend said, that her friend's mama's daddy's. We don't give a fuck about that. So, unless you have some relevant information, please sit the fuck down. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. I get very passionate when I start to talk about this because it just makes no sense that all these clowns come out of the woodwork just claiming that they have all of this information that's so juicy and, oh, breaking news. Why aren't you broadcasting this to major news channels? Why are you on here trying to give this tidbits of information or what you say that you know to content creators? And it's just circulating around through the YouTube community. Like I call bullshit. This is the same person that's been giving this same lame ass information since this crime occurred. And I'm just tired of hearing from her. So if there's a second 911 call, where is it? Who made it? What was said? Where's your receipts? Otherwise, you're not really a factor right now, honey. Last but not least, I wanted to say in regards to this whole blood on the exterior wall of that house, I don't know how much of that I believe, how much of it I don't believe. I just know that if there was a bed against that wall and someone bled out on that bed, it is not going to seep through the mattress, box spring, and then out through the wall. I don't care how slanted the floor is. I don't care how shoddy the construction is. That's just not realistic. I believe someone got brutally attacked over against that wall and was slumped over against that wall, which would then make it a contradiction that Ethan Chapin was found against that door. I don't believe Ethan Chapin was found against that door because, again, remember that first report, it may have been the second one, not sure, but one of those reports from the officer stated that he could see a body from his view coming down the hall. And he later determined it was Xana Kernodle. So if Xana Kernodle was laying somewhere in proximity of that doorway, she wasn't against that wall. And if Ethan Chapin was behind the door, how did the blood get on the exterior wall, on the other side of the room? So those are some things to ponder, you guys. Like I said, I don't want this to be a long drawn out video. It's already going on 15 minutes. But I just had a few things to say and to let y'all know that I'm still here. I'm still watching. I'm still observing. Please, if you are not already a part of this absolutely amazing family, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification button so you guys know when I post all of my videos. And of course, let's get a conversation started down below in the comments section. I love you all and thanks again.